Okay, I am here with the learned economist, Professor Richard Wolff. Mr. Wolff, Professor Wolff, you were speaking about China and Trump's trade war. So, what do you think the motivations are behind this tariff and trade war that Trump is instituting?
There are two motivations. One, the advisors around him and the forces they represent,
Yes.
and the second, his own. And I don't think they have all that much to do with one another. So let me go over them. Peter Navarro, Robert Lighthizer, these are the key advisors around him,
Right.
are absolutely persuaded that the United States as a society faces a serious economic threat. That's the kind of words they use, from China.
Right.
Particularly that the Chinese are determined and have now been successful for 25 years to build a modern, high-tech economy that can and will outcompete the United States, at least in a number of industries, and thereby somehow threaten the dominance they think they have, or that they think the United States has. And that it is not too late to cripple, undermine, and slow down the Chinese advance by threatening to harm them, by closing off our borders through tariffs and trade wars and all that, to get them to take steps that will either prevent them from outcompeting the United States or at least slow the process down. They think this should have been done long ago, and this is their chance. They don't think the Republicans and Democrats understood this threat, allowed, in their view, the Chinese economic development to go on, and they want to put a stop to it. That's what they're doing, and that's what their motivation is. For Mr. Trump, I think it's just more of his developing the political theater that got him into office, that he is unlike conventional Republicans and Democrats. He is angry at globalization, as the mass of Americans are, feeling left out by the prosperity it created. He promises to keep out the immigrants and telling a story that they are a burden on the mass of people. I don't think the mass of people feel it, but they're willing to support anybody who even vaguely suggests he's going to help them, because they're so bitter about the endless parade of conventional politicians who promised a lot and delivered next to nothing. So for him, just like saying outrageous things about Mexicans when he opens his campaign, now he says all kinds of outrageous things about the Chinese. What difference does it make? It's just he's whacking on the other people, the bad guys. He's going to make America great again by not letting the bad guys do the bad things to us. A very simple story. So China is as good for him as Mexico. He doesn't understand one or the other, and therefore he can equally yell and blame. Today he even said that the Chinese, with no evidence, he offered no evidence, the Chinese are meddling in the American elections. So what difference does it make? He's the president. Everybody copies and writes down what he says. He's learned that. So he's going to tell this story. And between his desire to pander to his base and the much more serious desire of a segment of the American economy that is frightened by the Chinese ascent, you get an alliance, if you like, or a coalition. It's good for the president, it's good for them, and so together they beat up on the Chinese.
If a trade war were to heat up, and China were ever to dump its U.S. debt that it's purchased as part of the deal with Chimerica, what could that create a tidal wave kind of economic depression or recession in the United States?
Sure. If they are the largest or one of the largest foreign holders of U.S. government debt, if they were to liquidate that, dump it, the only way they could do that is drop the price. You know how a bond works. If you lower its price, the interest rate goes up shit.
It's starting to rain. Hold on. I think we'll have to stop it there. Thank you very much, Professor.
Okay, thank you.